So today I'm going to share with you my 12-week year result. And this is so juicy because if you are someone that really struggles with keeping up with your year-to-year goals, if you're someone that struggles with discipline when it comes to goal setting, if you are someone that starts really strong but ends kind of mediocre when it comes to the things that you're after, this video is for you. Buenos dias, don't be rude, say it back. Welcome back to The Beast Den. My name is Sloan the Beast. I am a chaos coach for highly driven, highly ambitious women. I help you create work-life balance without putting yourself on the back burner or compromising the things that are really important to you. So the 12-week year is by Brian P. Morgan and Michael Lennington. This system is really impactful because it is a form of having tunnel vision when it comes to your goals. It's a way of having zero shiny object syndrome because you are so focused on these three things. This system is a game changer because every single week you have to look at your goals and ask yourself, okay, what action steps did I take in order to move the needle forward on this thing that I said I want? So I first heard about the 12-week year from fellow YouTuber Montel Bell. I want to say about a year ago, actually. She'd been stagnant on her subscriber count for quite some time when she came across the 12-week year. And she started utilizing this method to achieve her fitness goals, to achieve her YouTube goals as a creator, and she found it really beneficial. So I kind of started dabbling into this last year, and I started realizing that this isn't something that happens overnight. This is, when we're talking about habit shifting, it is something that happens over time. So it has taken me about a year to get to this point, but it is well worth it. So now that you kind of understand better what the 12-week year is, I highly recommend that you read the book. It is a very interactive book, so you can also purchase the workbook along with it. I just use my journal really, and they do have printable PDFs online as well. But I really recommend that you read this book, follow it, right? Use it for yourself. I really have this way of curating the information that I'm reading to my specific lifestyle, understanding that I have a really fast-paced and busy life. One thing that I love that the authors do is they reference professional athletes a lot. When you think about a professional athlete and the discipline that it takes for them to get to the pro level, there is no margin for error, there is no margin for procrastination. They have to continuously work on being that 1% better every single day if they want to get to the pros, right? If they want to reach the Olympic level or D1 status, whatever level of achievement they're currently on in their journey, there's no margin for errors when it comes to the everyday habits that they are stacking. Let's talk about my specific goals and what it is that I was able to achieve over the course of the last 12 weeks. So probably the most important goal for me, and I tried to break these down into something personal, something business, and something when it came to like family unit. So the first most important one to me is that my son learns how to read. That has been such a burden on me, so much mom guilt when it came to that. And so this month we were able to achieve that. We were able to get him to a point where he's reading pretty well. We're not all the way fluent, but definitely a huge improvement from where it is that we started at the beginning of the year. So that's my first goal. My second goal was to reach 200 email subscribers using YouTube alone. In doing that, I said I need to create systems, and this is the back end of how it is that I sort of developed this goal. I knew that I needed to create a system, a discipline, a habit of, with as many videos as I can, providing free resources that would then funnel people into my email list. So while yes, my goal was gain 200 subscribers from YouTube, really what I'm saying is I want to create the habit of building my email list using this funnel of my YouTube page, right? what that did in turn is force me to be more creative. It forced me to, when it came to the resources that I was offering, it forced me to really look at my systems and identify what systems needed to have a better workflow, what programs I needed to put in place, what really was my community needing, what was resonating, right? And that's how I kind of came up with the content with the Comfort Creator series that has really helped grow my channel, helps grow my email list, but also really helped build a really strong community here on Sloan the Beast, which is a lot of fun. It also forced me to stay consistent here on YouTube. Even if there were weeks where my videos went up a little later than I wanted, or maybe I didn't post 2 videos that week, but I posted 1, either way, I still was forcing myself to show up consistently because I had this goal of I need to create the discipline that will enable me to gain 200 subscribers for my email list from my YouTube page. The last goal that I had is to create consistent income from a new offer that I had in my business. It's always a little scary when you're coming up with a new offer, even if you've been listening to your audience, it's like, oh my gosh, are they gonna love this? Or like sometimes happens when you build a community, people get hyped, people tell you kind of what they think you wanna hear, and then when you launch the offer, nobody buys it, right? And if that has happened to you, please let me know in the comments, are you okay? Like this, because I feel like it happens a lot more often than sometimes we even realize. We put so much work into something and then it flops. So to have launched a new offer and for it to have done pretty well in this quarter, I was very, very happy with that, but also it was a testament of, okay, what kind of support do I need this time around? What systems do I have in place? What does this workflow look like? How uncomfortable do I have to become in order to evolve into the version of myself that has created this consistent income year round, right? Not just in this first year of our 2025, but year around. So those were my results. I will also say that there were other sub goals, if you will, that also came about because of all of these systems that I put in place and these habits. So my word of the year, even though you guys know I'm huge about not sharing my vision board for a reason, one of my words for the year is discipline, or my word for the year is discipline. So I have been reading a lot more, which I'm super proud of, watching a lot less TV. Usually TV is like family time anyways, but I have been reading. I'm reading right now 3 books. One that is more spiritual growth, one that is personal development and finance, and then one that I feel like is a little bit of both. So I'm reading 3 different books. I'll link them down below. And if you want a whole video on books that I believe have changed my personal life, my spiritual life, my business life, then let me know in the comments down below. You need to surround yourself with other people that are also in this journey with you. So unknowingly, one of the sponsors for my January event, Built for the Pressure, was also someone that implemented the 12-week year into her digital planner. And you've heard me talk about this digital planner before. It's the detailed planner, and this has been such a game changer for me because every single week at the bottom of that weekly review, it asks you, what steps did you take? How would you grade yourself? So the next thing I learned in my 12-week year process is the importance of surrounding yourself with people that are also on this journey with you. In my January event, one of my sponsors was Shop Detail. They're a digital planner, and they really do focus on catering to the busy, modern CEO or woman. And digital planners for me, I was always kind of hesitant because I didn't consider myself to be a iPad girly, but y'all, I'm definitely an iPad girl now because the Shop Detail Planner, they actually have implemented the 12-week year into their digital planner. And so every week at the end of our review, there's a section in there where you have to go in, you have to grade yourself, and it asks you, how are you doing on your goal? What is your goal? Which I think is great because you have to reiterate again, what exactly was it that you wanted? This is a great opportunity for you to even identify, is this something that I want anymore? Having that weekly review was great for me to understand and to look at and to remember what it is I'm supposed to be working on, what investments make sense when it comes to these goals that I have in mind, right? And it kind of prevented me from going into shiny object territory where we're like, oh, I want to do this now and I want to do that now. Everything always led back to, is this in alignment to the goals that I have for this year? This year being the 12 weeks. Surrounding yourself with tools and people that are also on this journey, a complete game changer. And I will leave the digital planner linked down below if you guys are interested. Let's get into some tips for those of you that maybe are now considering. Here are my top tips. Number one, keep it stupid simple. The book is great. And the book has a lot of great resources, and it is amazing for you to understand the psychology behind goal setting, the psychology behind the procrastination and the discipline and all of those things. It's amazing. I really do believe that you should read the book. But I believe that you should keep it really simple, especially if this is your first time utilizing this method, because it can be really easy for you to become overwhelmed and overstimulated. So what I would recommend is using a tool like the Shop Details Planner or any other planner that you want to use that utilizes a 12-week program. So for example, you can use something like ClickUp, you can use something like Asana, you can use something like Notion. There's so many tools and templates out there that you use to keep you on track. Okay, so I'm sorry for the audio change. My mic just died. So we are gonna roll with this. So the second thing that I would say is surround yourself with people who are also on the 12-week year journey with you. This can be something as easy as posting on Threads, I'm on the 12-week year journey. Are you guys on the journey as well? Please let me know. You don't have to share your goals if you don't want to, but maybe we can create a community. Maybe it's an IG group that you can use. So surround yourself with people that are also on the 12-week year journey with you. It just makes it easier for you to have someone to turn to have someone to ask if you are struggling with staying on track with your goals. So one of my goals this quarter, or one of my goals this year, was to buy flowers just because. Totally random, not planned, just to do it. And this month, actually, it happened a lot. I even got, like you guys saw in one of my vlogs, I'll link it in the comments down below, that I even received flowers, right, for having spoken at a conference. So it just kind of was a byproduct of embodying the person that achieves all of the things that she sets out to achieve. And if you are in that spirit of embodying the next version of yourself that creates space for wealth, that creates holistic achievements, that just has a very highly curated, very intentional life that is as successful as you can boldly imagine it to be, as fulfilling as you want it to be, then I highly recommend that you get the information to join me in London this October, the 19th through the 23rd. This is happening in a beautiful castle. We're going to be there for 5 days, 4 nights, where you have the opportunity to rest, but also we're going to have so much fun. We're going to have really exciting adventures. It is all inclusive. The only thing that you have to take care of is your airfare, but you're going to eat the most delicious meals. You're going to be surrounded by like-minded women who are also powerhouse CEOs, have been in the business for a little bit and just want to create more space for rest, more space for fun, want to experience new things and new cultures. And if that sounds like you, I will leave the link for our 2025 London retreat, La Dark Femme, down below, and you can schedule your 15-minute call with me to get more information. Now, the next thing that I would say is don't be too hard on yourself. You definitely want this to be a challenge. It's why it's there. It's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to force you to have different habits and systems in place. It's supposed to make you be introspective about the daily action that you're taking or not taking, and ask yourself why it is that you're not consistent. Do you just not want this bad enough, right? I do believe that the challenge is that the system is supposed to challenge you and force you outside of your comfort zone, but also don't beat yourself up if you don't go all the way, if you don't reach the goal, if you don't get the things that you wanted to get. There's always an opportunity for the next time. At least now you have more data to go off of, and this is the most important thing that I want you to learn here, is that by participating in the 12-week year, you now have the opportunity to analyze the information that you've received from how consistent, inconsistent you were, the times that you fell off and the times that you just went really, really hard. Now you have all of that data to look at, because ultimately it is just information that now you have awareness of, information that now you can use to move forward as you create new goals, or really elevate those goals and push yourself to the next level when it comes to those goals, so that you can achieve the things that you want and so much more. I do believe this to be one of the best systems for busy entrepreneurs, for busy women, for busy people that is out there right now and has been out there for many years. So if this is the first time that you're hearing about it, let me know in the comments down below. Is this something that you are considering participating in? Thank you so much for being here. I know that your next quarter is going to be your best quarter yet with the 12-week year system. I will see you in the next one.